afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Agent's weather forecast, and welcome back to the video, guys. This is going to be about a mid to end of May forecast. So if you guys are wondering what's going to go on in the country for the next couple of days, precip, snowfall, temperatures above or below, thunderstorms or possible snowstorms, that's all going to be in this video. So guys, before we get to the video, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This video might be a bit longer than my usual other ones because this is going to go over a lot of models on what you can expect on this year, or this May 2019. So yeah. So let's just go to active alerts, see what you guys, or what we have across the oops, that was really weird, guys. Let me get that out. Alright, so we're gonna have some flood. We still gonna have some flood warnings and flood advisories for the southern part of the country. Have some wind advisories for the northern part of the plains, and then we have some lake wind advisories near Lake Tahoe. We have some more wind advisories as there's gonna be a system in the west that's gonna bring a lot of wet weather and possible windy. And we have not seen a severe thunderstorm warning in quite a while, guys. We're going to have some severe winter storm warning. It's been a while since we've had one of those out there. The last time was right here. But we're going to have also with these systems in the west, we're going to have around 4 systems that bring rain and snow to the west. It's going to be a very unusual pattern this May. It's been a very long time since we've had a pattern like this. You guys will know in a second what's going to happen this May. It's going to be a very rare May pattern to see here, as we're going to have very high amounts of rain and snow in mid-May for parts of the west. Very rare, and that's not the only pattern that's going to be very weird. And then we have some special weather statements for parts of the west. But let's get to the models, or let's get to the rain, so you guys see the systems that are going in the west too. And then I'm going to show you guys a radar for the next 10 days. I'm not going to go in detail for each single thing that's happening because, again, these are going all the way to 10 days. So yeah. So let's go to the next 12 hours. You can really see that low pressure, or that low pressure system coming in from the Pacific, and to bring quite a bit of rain stretching all the way to Montana. Going to bring some rain there, and then going to bring the heaviest amount of rain in the Sierra Mountains near Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe can actually get quite a bit of snow there, as we're going to have that snow more into the mountain areas. San Francisco and Reading, Reno, Nevada can get quite a bit of rain. We're going to have not just one, but around 4 systems come in. And as we go in the next couple of days, we will have rain widespread, coast to coast, in one storm all the way to May. Going to connect all the way to part of the Pacific. It's going to be coast to coast. Very rare actually to see this coast to coast storm with one storm system bringing in some rain from all the way to Maine to Washington. It is very rare to see that sight. And then we're going to have that snow in the mountain areas in Utah, in Wyoming, and Colorado. Going to bring a lot of rain here, so it's going to be a very wet May. It is very rare to see these sites here, as it's going to bring another low pressure system, going to bring in some more rain for the coastal areas in San Francisco and the northern part of California. We can actually see about 4 little snowstorms this month, so it's going to be very rare. I'm just going to keep on saying this. It's going to be very rare. We're going to have quite some severe weather pushing. It's going to be a very wet Midwest, which is, again, not really the sight you really see. We'll have some possible snow in the Dakotas and Montana. We're going to have quite a bit of rain getting to the Midwest as we go into Sunday, and that's going to bring some severe weather stretching all the way to the Houston area. Going to bring some more snow for the Dakotas, and then we have more rain, like I said, more rain in parts of the California area in the west, and more snow for parts of the Sierra Mountains. We're going to have some quite a wet Midwest, which is really rare to see. And then that's going to bring some more rain to the northeast, some more snow for the South Dakota, Nebraska area. It's looking like they're going to get quite a bit of snow. Not going to be major snowstorms, just going to bring quite some heavy snow for those areas. And we're going to have a really strong band for the northern Texas, stretching to southern Nebraska, which is going to bring some rain. And then we have some possible snow for the Denver area. And then we're going to have some more rain going to the Midwest. Quite some heavy snow for the Nebraska area and northern parts of Wyoming, northern parts of Colorado. Very heavy amounts of snow there. More rain, like I said, in parts of those western parts of the coast. Very rare to see this. Usually you get some dry season as we get into May, but it's going to be very wet. About 4 systems in there, and then very high amounts of rain, possibly maybe 2 inches in 2 hours, so about 1 inch per hour possibly of rain in parts of those western part of Minnesota. Very heavy rain, then that's going to bring some more rain, and then again another system on the west coast going to bring quite a bit of snow for the mountain areas in Helena and parts of Wyoming, and then some more snow for the Carson City area in Nevada. It's going to bring quite a bit of rain. It's going to be very, very surprising, interesting end of May. And then we're going to have some more snow for the mountain areas. Like I said, more rain for the Washington area, more rain for the Montana area, more rain for the parts of the Midwest. It is really going to be a very rare, a very interesting May. I haven't had one like this in quite a long time, guys. So it is going to be quite a fun time making all these videos for the next couple of days. So that's all the way to the next 10 days. Now let's just take a quick look at the Storm Prediction Center. We're going to look at a lot of stuff, guys, today in this video. So we're going to have quite a chance for severe weather in the North Dakota and South Dakota area. Like we saw on that radar, quite some rain there with those systems. That's going to bring a coast-to-coast rain. It's really rare to see that, though, but and have quite some rain there for Fargo, Bismarck, Moorhead, Aberdeen, and West Fargo, North Dakota. It's very rare to see those city names on the severe storm prediction center. It's really rare to have those there. So that's what was having there. So guys, let's check out at the average of the temperatures and if they're going to be above or below in the next couple of days until we go to June. Going to be very chilly in the northeast, and this is where you guys are going to really see that pattern start to flip up. So we're going to have quite a ridge to form in right here. Really going to bring some cold temperatures in there for the northeast, very warm temperatures for the areas. So you're really going to see this flop up really fast, guys, and that's what I'm talking about when I say really rare. So we're going to have these temperatures in the northeast above from 4 to 5 degrees above average or below average, and then we're going to have an area here that has up to 3 to 4 degrees above average, and then we're going to have that ridge forming just as we get into the western part of Wisconsin. But if we go in the next couple of days, we're really going to have some very cold temperatures flop. We're going to have these warm temperatures flop immediately into the eastern part, and then we're going to have that ridge form to the plains and then bring cold temperatures to the west. And I mean very cold, up to 9 degrees below average in Nevada. Haven't seen this color ever since I've been doing meteorology on this website. Haven't seen that color yet. Very cold temperatures, and it's going to be above average temperatures just like that for the east. And that's not it, because as we move into the next couple of days, very cold temperatures, and those systems in the west will really affect the temperatures all over the country here. So that system's really going to bring some wet and chilly weather in the west, and they're going to bring some really warm temperatures as that system not only going to bring rain for the west, but as the severe weather, that severe weather we saw on the radar comes through the plains, the areas in front of it, it's going to bring warm temperatures in front of the storm, and then behind it, it's going to bring the cold temperatures behind it. So it's all because of these systems coming from the west. So basically all this different patterns due to the systems forming in the west. So it's really a very it kind of puts together, and then as we go in the next couple days, most of the country is going to be below average temperatures, guys. I honestly do not know when some of these areas in the country have seen, or when and will they see spring temperatures, as in the southeast getting into the 90s next week. And then as we go into the 1st of June, really going to be quite average temperatures. But again, guys, it's really all going to put together with these systems forming in, and these low pressure systems forming in. Now let's look at a more detailed one. So if we go in the next 6 hours, we're going to have those really warm temperatures on the more into the plains, where we had 22 degrees above average in some areas and near the Bismarck area, or not the Bismarck, the South Dakota area. And then we're going to have quite those cold temperatures in the California area. David Schlotthauer actually texted me, told me about all these, how chilly it was. It's really going to be cold in the California area, as these systems again will bring the cold and chilly weather, and it's all going to flop when that second system comes in from the west late next week, or late this week. Sorry, it's going to move, and it's not just going to stay in the California area like this system, but this next system will bring in that really heavy rain that's really going to bring in some flooding issues and for parts of the Midwest, which is again really rare to see this in May, in honestly any time. Really rare to have systems 3 systems in a row come into the Midwest just like that. Really rare to have that sight there. But so it's all this cold temperature will all change. It's only cold right now as that nor'easter passed by just now. But when this next system comes, you're really gonna see the temperatures flop. But we have we have 18 degrees below average in the main area, and then we have some 19 degrees above average in the parts of the plains, and then we actually have quite some chilly weather in the southeast. But you better enjoy it, Kentucky and Tennessee, as it's 12 degrees below average. But as we go the next couple of days, guys, really gonna start to flop. So you're gonna see it form later this week as we go into the Friday. So this is where we're gonna see those really cold temperatures start to spread in, and those warm temperatures start to come into the part of the east. And you can see just like that, only 3 degrees below average there. The warmest will be in the Nebraska area and Kansas area. We get 18 degrees above average, and then about 13 degrees below average here. So when that second system's come in, that's where it's going to bring this severe weather. It's going to be right here, and you can tell because the warm temperature are really going to be in front of it, which will bring that cold air, which will come in. Let's see if we can keep it here. That cold air will start to form. You see it, guys? Really going to start forming as we go on Saturday. It's really going to start putting together as this ridge is really going to like block off from the northern part of Nebraska. And it's very cool to see this right now, because it's really rare to see this, like just right this difference that we have 21 and 20 degrees below average in Montana, 13 to 10 degrees below average, all of Idaho in there, and then most of Nebraska and Utah is going to be less than 16 or more than 16 degrees below average. All of the Southwest will be under below average temperatures, and then these severe storms will be forming on Friday, like we saw on the radar, in the Midwest, that's why it's going to bring those cold temperatures behind and warm temperatures behind, or warm temperatures in front and then cold temperatures behind. Then as we go into the Sunday, it is very, very cold in the northern plains, and it's really going to be very cold, 29 degrees below average in Montana. And then those cold temperatures start to form into the Midwest as that severe weather moves eastward. So the more the storms from east, the more areas that will be below average. So we have below average stretching all the way to Green Bay, all the way to San Francisco. Those areas will not have less than 1 degree below average, way more than that, as we have 26 degrees below average north of the San Francisco area, guys. A very interesting thing to see. And then we go a couple miles east, 14 to 12 degrees above average, almost a 28 degree difference in just a couple miles. We go in the next couple of days, guys, it's not going to get any different. Really warm temperatures in the east, 13 degrees below average, 31 to 32 degrees below average, guys. The max is 35 degrees below average. Very, very crazy numbers here. Very cold southwest, 26 degrees below average. And then we go the next couple of days more into the 10 days, the mark. Really warm temperatures in that Ohio Valley and Midwest area with up to 22 degrees below average, to then that ridge forming into the splitting basically the Midwest of the plains, and really going to bring those cold temperatures behind, guys. So it's quite put together with these systems. Quick little thing, if you guys really want to have exact temperatures, let's go to the next 24 hours. We can have some 60s some 60s and 70s form in here, and then we have some 30s and 40s, and then some very low 50s into the northeast. But let's go as those systems we're really going to bring in. So we go very quick into tomorrow, or sorry, after tomorrow, 90s in parts of the southeast, very warm temperatures, and then you see, guys, look, 41 degrees, and then we have some 30s in the California mountains, very cold temperatures for May, especially for the California area, guys. It's California. We go all the way to next Tuesday, 90 degrees again. We have some very high 90s in Texas. Look, we can see that ridge. Honestly, it's very visible how that ridge differencing. 34 degrees in the South Dakota area, guys. Very cold temperatures. And then we go here, 70s, 60s, and 90s. And then we go over here, we have some 50s, 40s, and 30s. Now, that's very interesting, guys. I don't know if it's just me, but this is actually quite satisfying to see this difference here. But it's been a very long time since a May has been like this, or that I remember. And then we go to the next then we go to 10 days. It's really, the temperatures might calm down a bit, some high 70s, low 70s. But the temperatures, I mean the cold temperatures, do not come down at all. Or they come down, but they do not get any warmer. They get colder. We're gonna have some 20s. We're gonna have below average. We're gonna have below freezing temperatures right here. Very cold, guys. And then we're gonna have some really warm temperatures here. So if you're really hoping for some May snow, you might want to go to the west, guys. So let's go to the Climate Prediction Center to show you guys the 8 to 14 days outlook. So again, you're going to see that ridge form off, splitting the Midwest to the plains. The coldest temperatures will be off into the west, especially the areas in this darkest blue actually have an 80% chance of being below average temperatures. So the coldest, or the areas that will be the coldest in the country so far, will be northern Arizona, western Colorado, all of Utah, eastern Nevada, southeastern Idaho, very down south Montana, and western Wyoming. Those would be the coldest areas. And then it's very, very cool difference as we're really going to have these cold temperatures and warm temperatures start to be different. And then the warmest will be into southern to south central Georgia onto the Appalachian Mountains, guys. Really going to have a big difference. You can probably go 10 miles and have a 10-degree difference. But you can have some 90s and 80s here, and guys, below average temperature or below freezing temperatures there. Really crazy, guys, to have this. It's a very rare pattern. It's all these with these systems in the West that are really going to change up this pattern for the U.S. Totally different. If we did this a month ago, guys, it would be completely different. Probably one or only two systems a whole month in the West. Probably not a single drop in the Midwest, maybe one or two. But where it's very going to have some really high amounts of precip into the south to the plains, including parts of Texas, Missouri, Iowa, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and parts of Illinois. Then we're going to have those the high amounts of precipitation, possible flooding in the Midwest, as they can get really high amounts of precip. And then we have some really dry numbers. So guys, if it's going to be dry and warm into the east, really dry and warm there. So it's going to be like possibly some drought conditions there. Sorry for my dog barking, guys. I really apologize if you hear him. But yeah, so if you're talking about, what do you mean possible flooding? They're not even going to get that much rain. Look at these numbers for parts of the Midwest. Very high numbers of possible rain. Up to 7.5 inches in the Minneapolis area. I don't remember the last time Minneapolis got more than 5 inches in a couple days. Really possible areas in the Midwest for flooding. Then we have another system that will bring quite a bit of rain for the Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas area. We have up to 7 inches of rain there. Quite a bit of rain for the Maine area. Has some South Dakota, Nebraska area possible rain. Up to 6 inches of rain. And then the California and the West, that's where we're really going to have those high amounts of rain. Up to 8 to 9 inches of rain there, guys. So that's where we have that possible flooding in there. And then we go to snowfall. It's really going to be widespread in from the West and the plains. up to a foot or two in the Nebraska and South Dakota area and Colorado area, up to a foot or more into the Wyoming area, up to more than 5 feet in the Sierra Mountains, guys. Really gonna have some really high mountain numbers there, snow. So please, guys, take this seriously, as it's gonna stick because we had those below average temperatures and below freezing temperatures. So this is gonna be the general area that will have the coldest May, possibly even June. It's gonna be a very cold and chilly summer, but I can tell. And then we're going to have a very snowy May for these areas. So guys, the maximum 60 inches, you know where that is? That's going to be in those Sierra Mountains near Lake Tahoe. And then we're going to have quite some high numbers for the Salt Lake City, the South Dakota area, Idaho Falls, and parts of Reno, Nevada, and all those areas. So yeah. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was not too long for you guys. Sorry if it was, trying to say everything in less than 25 minutes. But those were what's May is really looking like, guys. Really rare pattern. A rare and unusual pattern to see in May, guys. Probably won't have one of these in a long time. So it's looking like it's going to be a very cold summer for parts of the Western Plains. And then, so we're going to have those temperatures start to swap as we go into the next couple days up to, we're really going to see them change in 2 days. So guys, hope you guys like this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're getting closer and closer to the 1K. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.